1 spacecraft, nearly 25 billion kilometers from Earth, continues to face issues as its power supply dwindles. NASA engineers have successfully restored communication with Voyager 1, and the spacecraft is operating normally.
After the power supply became increasingly depleted, causing a loss of signal from the problem began in October when the aging probe automatically switched from its X-band radio transmitter
and started relying on the much weaker S-band radio transmitter to communicate with the mission team on Earth.
As the farthest spacecraft from Earth, Voyager 1 is currently exploring interstellar space at a distance of 24.9 billion kilometers. The probe automatically switched transmitters when its onboard computer determined Voyager 1 had insufficient power.
After the team commanded one of the heaters to turn on,
the unexpected change prevented engineers from receiving information about Voyager 1's status, as well as scientific data and instrument readings collected for nearly a month.
With some clever solutions to address the issue,
the team successfully switched Voyager 1 back to the X-band radio transmitter and resumed daily data reception since mid-November.
The twin probes were never really designed to operate this way, and the team learns new things every day. Kareem Badadine, Voyager mission manager at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, California, said, "It's fortunate they were able to fix this problem. But this is just one of many challenges the mission team has faced in recent years." As Voyager 1 and its twin Voyager 2 continue exploring space more than 47 years after launch,
the twin probes, launched weeks apart in 1977, and lasted far longer than their original mission. Designed to fly by the largest planets in the solar system over 4 years. Currently, they are flying in interstellar space and are the only operational spacecraft beyond the heliosphere, which is the bubble of magnetic fields and charged particles from the Sun extending past Pluto's orbit. Both spacecraft operate using heat from decaying plutonium converted into electricity. Each year, the probes lose about 4 watts of power, according to NASA, equivalent to a small energy-saving light bulb.
The team began turning off any non-essential systems to keep the probes flying 5 years ago.
Some systems, including heaters, help scientific instruments maintain proper operating temperatures.
But what surprised engineers is that all equipment continues to function, even at temperatures much lower than they were tested decades ago.
Occasionally, the engineering team sends commands to Voyager 1 to turn on some heaters and warn components damaged by radiation over decades.
According to Bruce Wagner, Voyager Mission Assurance Manager, heat can help reverse radiation damage, which reduces the performance of spacecraft components.
But the command sent to the heater on November 16, 2024, triggered the spacecraft's automatic fault protection system.
If the spacecraft uses more power than available,
it automatically shuts down non-essential systems to conserve energy.
The team discovered the latest problem when they received no signal from the spacecraft on October 18, 2024. Now both Voyager probes have turned off all non-essential systems except scientific instruments.
The fault protection system turned off the X-band transmitter and switched to S-band because the latter uses less power.
Voyager 1 had used the X-band transmitter for decades,
but S-band hadn't been used since 1981 due to its much weaker signal. The team had to search for the extremely weak S-band signal before they could restore communication with the spacecraft. On November 7, 2024, engineers successfully transmitted commands to Voyager 1 to switch back to the X-band transmitter
and began collecting scientific data on November 18, 2024.
They are actively reconfiguring the system used to synchronize Voyager's computers.
This is one of the final tasks to ensure Voyager returns to its pre-transmitter issue state.
Changing transmitters is just one of several initiatives NASA uses to overcome communication challenges of this aging spacecraft,
including firing thrusters to help Voyager's antenna maintain Earth orientation,
and developing solutions for computer glitches that disrupted the probe's scientific data stream to Earth for months. The Voyager team has computer models that help predict how much power the heaters and spacecraft equipment use.
But this incident is a sign that this probe is nearing the end of its life and facing an uncertain future.
A shocking discovery about Earth's tail. Not only does Earth possess an extremely long tail where the sun cannot shine, but it also uses it to transform another celestial body. A new discovery by a team of scientists led by Dr. Sue Eilish from the School of Ocean and Earth Science and Technology at the University of Hawaii could explain the long-standing mystery about signs of water on the moon.
According to Space, the research team discovered that Earth has a long and powerful plasma tail, invisible to the naked eye.
This tail originates from the planet's 9 special protective layers, which have protected the atmosphere and life from harsh cosmic radiation, known as the magnetosphere. We have a fierce star that continuously releases high energy in the form of solar wind. When solar wind hits the magnetosphere, this magnetic shield deforms, creating a long magnetic tail on the planet's night side. The moon orbits Earth, meaning it frequently flies through this tail.
During those moments, Earth's small satellite benefits from this magnetic region, temporarily shielding it from charged particles in space while still allowing light to reach the surface.
This rare protective moment helped the moon undergo reactions that create water.
This happened on early Earth thanks to the protection of the magnetosphere, because harsh cosmic radiation would destroy the elements that help water form on a celestial body.
Areas swept by the magnetic tail not only contain water pockets but are also carefully marked. These are traces because the magnetic tail carries oxygen that alters the areas it sweeps through.
This discovery provides crucial knowledge, guiding future missions of space agencies worldwide who hope to land where there is water on the moon. This precious water source can be converted into rocket fuel, spacecraft propellant, and serve other living activities for lunar bases that many space agencies plan to build. Another study suggests that the oldest evidence of Earth's ancient atmosphere might be hidden in rocks on the moon. This conclusion comes from the latest analysis of moon rocks that Apollo astronauts brought back to Earth 50 years ago. At that time, scientists discovered traces of magnetism locked in the rocks, a sign that the moon once had a magnetic field, very similar to Earth. Or moon.
Study co-author John Tardino, a professor of Earth and Environmental Sciences at the University of Rochester, said, "Recent studies show the moon had no magnetic field for at least 4.6 billion years. This new research found that the moon could only have been protected by a magnetic field during the first 140 million years of its."
This is exciting because it means the moon might preserve records of Earth's earliest existence that have long been erased from our own planet.
Without a protected magnetic field, the moon might have acquired ions from Earth's atmosphere 4.36 billion years ago. One of the mysteries about Earth and its evolutionary process is what the initial composition of Earth's atmosphere really was.
Tardino said, "We have no real way to get measurements of this on Earth. Very few rocks older than 3.5 billion years remain on Earth, and those that do have been heavily altered by Earth's continuous tectonic activity." In contrast, the moon is geologically quiet and has lunar soil layers called regolith that may have remained undisturbed for billions of years. Tardino said, "If we can find a place on the moon that records this truly ancient regolith material, we might have a way to infer Earth's initial atmosphere from direct measurements."
In 2021, Tardino and his team discovered that the moon had no magnetic field 3.9 billion years ago. While bulk rocks show some general magnetization, this could be due to meteorite impacts. Individual crystals in the rock, a better record of the geomagnetic field, show no specific magnetic orientation. In the new study, Tardino examined older lunar samples and pushed back the possible presence of magnetism on the moon by another 400 million years. This is exciting because that time period represents Earth's first era, the Hadean Eon. No rocks from the Hadean Eon remain on Earth, and the planet's initial atmosphere remains a mystery. Individual crystals in the rock, a better record of the geomagnetic field, show no specific magnetic orientation.
That is a rock that can contain information and can be shared with everyone. As first era, the planet.
Subscribe to the DNMIGO channel so you don't miss exciting videos.